Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is the Temple of Isis Oracle, and I'm here with another pick a card reading for you guys. This pick a card reading is going to be very fun, very entertaining, but sometimes they can actually turn out to be true. So I want you guys to take a minute to not think about anybody. Just don't think about anything or anyone. Just let the cards do the magic. Leave it all in fate's hands. This pick a card reading is going to be about who you are supposed to be with. Who is that person that you are really supposed to be with? Who is that person you're meant to be with in this lifetime? Okay, so we're going to find out what's going on here, talk about who is your soulmate. This is a unisex reading, meaning that you can be male or female and watch this video. Please keep in mind that I have a tendency to aim the messages toward women because women mostly watch these types of things, but you can be a man and watch this as well. I try to make sure that most of my pick a card readings are for any sex, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Pile number 1 is to the far left, pile number 2 is in the middle, and pile number 3 is on the end. You can either focus on the pile that calls out to you by looking at the cards and seeing which one you should pick, or you should focus on the crystal, and whichever crystal calls out to you, whichever one looks more intriguing, cool, or interesting, something that you really want to know more about, that's the one you should pick. Let's get started. All right, pile number 1s. Pile number 1, people, here you are. Okay, so very interesting. These are going to be the first few cards that we have so far. There's other cards too that I'm going to reveal throughout your message. So this is very, very interesting. We're not getting too many specific zodiac signs so far. You have a lot here that tells me that there's a lot of mystery going on. There's a lot of mystery going on. There's a lot of things that are going to be unknown to you when it comes to whoever it is that you're really supposed to be with in this lifetime. Pile number 1. You may have somebody, but it's such a huge mystery is what I'm seeing so far. I mean, it feels like throughout your life, you could have been someone who always knew that there was somebody that you were meant to be with. So you could have been drawn to things of mystery as well. You could have thought in the past that you were going to be with the Pisces. Pisces are zodiac signs that are full of mystery, and they're full of magic and, you know, the occult and dreams, and they are all about mystery. You have 2 cards. Actually, you have 3 cards that do talk about mystery, your imagination, and fantasies. You have a lot of fantasy-like mystery cards here. So it feels like a situation where you may not have known who you were meant to be with for your whole life. You could have thought that maybe, like I said, a Pisces was someone who you were meant to be with in the past. You could have been always seeking or looking for someone. You could have been trying to find answers, trying to follow the right guidance, needing help with trying to figure out who you're meant to be with. But what I'm getting here is that it was so hard for you to figure out who you were meant to be with, because really and truly it feels like your destiny is truly in your own hands. And you really and truly, the person that you're meant to be with, pile number 1, is the person who you think you're meant to be with. Whoever you say you're meant to be with, that's who you're meant to be with. And that's what I'm just getting here so far for you guys. With the 2 of coins here, the 2 of coins feels like you're always in a situation where you have to choose between 2 people. Or maybe you always like 2 people at the same time. Or maybe every time you break up with one person, a new person comes in while you still are healing through the emotions from the first person. It's like you always have another person come in to distract you, and you always have like another person waiting, or another person that you're already moving into a connection with before you fully heal from the first connection. I'm also getting that too about you guys. Whoever it is that you're supposed to be with, this person could be currently going through some financial changes in their life. They could be changing jobs, or you could be at a time in your life where you're dealing with some changes in your jobs or career. This person who you're meant to be with is someone who either has a very strong or stable foundation. They have a home. They may own their own home already. Or this is someone who when you meet them, you guys may begin to own a home together. I'm seeing that there's a lot of accomplishments and achievements that you're going to have with this person. I'm seeing anniversary here. Okay, so this could be somebody who you could have already dated this person. It could be somebody that you've already dated, and it could be your relationship anniversary coming up, or it could have just passed. It could be close to your anniversary, and every time you think about it, you reminisce about this person. For others of you, this can be someone whose birthday is coming up, or whose birthday is close. I have 4 and 5 here. 4 and 5, according to zodiac signs, could be Cancer, it could be Gemini, but I'm also picking up it could be the 4th or 5th month. March, we're in Aries season, so the 4th month is April, could be in Aries, and the 5th month is Taurus. So it could be an Aries or Taurus who you're really supposed to be with, but you could have thought it was a Pisces in the past, is what I'm getting here. Let me get more information. I'm seeing deep down my intentions with you have always been pure. I've realized so much since we parted ways. Yes, this is someone who, that's their message to you. You already know who this is. Whoever you're really supposed to be with, pile number 1, you know exactly who this is. This is someone who had the purest intentions towards you when they came into your life. When they popped up and showed up, they came, it was like a mystery. This person could also be highly mysterious. This can be someone who's into magic, someone who is very compassionate and loving, have universal love, but they're definitely some type of magician, a psychic. They have strong psychic abilities. They could be working as a psychic. There's someone who's tapped into the unknown. You see the pyramids of Giza here. They're connected to ancient Egypt and the pyramids of Giza. This is someone who's very powerful. The amethyst crystal could be their favorite crystal, or this crystal could be something that you see this person with a lot. You could always see purple jewelry on this person, or you could always see them with the amethyst, or they're just a psychic and they do psychic work. You're dealing with somebody who's very magical, very magical. And at first you could have thought that because someone in your past was a Pisces, that maybe it was them, but there was some type of confusion with the two. It was a confusion between a Pisces and an Aries or a Taurus. It was something that you were twisting up, and it was confusing at first because you could have thought the Pisces was the one that you were supposed to be with. But what I'm getting here is that it's an Aries or a Taurus who you're supposed to be. Let me get some more information here before we say that. I do have some other cards here. I also have friend here. It says we share a connection with a mutual friend or acquaintance. Okay, so you and this person who you're meant to be with could have a mutual friend, or you could have people that you guys may have something going on with the same people that both of you know. There's an awareness of the same people, you know, the same types of people, or your friends are heavily involved in this. And I have just friends. You may consider yourself just friends with this person, okay? But the whole time this person is teaching you things, all right? This person is teaching you things here, is what I'm picking up. This person could be, like I said, very powerful, very spiritual, very magical, very psychic, and they're teaching you a lot of things. You're learning a lot, is what I'm getting here. They could also be really good at teaching. This person could be a teacher of some kind. They could teach about esotericism. They could teach about magic. They can teach people about alchemy. They could teach people about spirituality. So this person is some type of teacher, is what I'm getting here. But you have fears, pile number 1. What I'm getting is you have fears, okay? You're very afraid to approach this person. It could be that you're afraid of this person's gifts. You're afraid of what they're into. This person may be working in the occult in some kind of way, or maybe a part of some type of secret society or something. You're afraid of that side of them, but you don't know something about this person. And what you don't know is that this person loves you to death. This person loves you to death is what I'm picking up here. So you could be a Pisces, a Aries, or a Taurus, and you thought that you were supposed to be with a Pisces in the past, but turns out you're really supposed to be with an Aries or a Taurus. So we have call me, I want to talk to you. This is someone, pile number one, that wants to talk to you. They want to talk to you, but there's something here about publicity, the public. There's something here about publicity and the public. This is something that could be worrying you or worrying this person. This could be something that's involved in this connection. The public may know, or maybe there's fears here because maybe you don't want the public to know. You have fears because you didn't want the public to know that this is really the person you're supposed to be with. Okay, or maybe you didn't want the public to know that you're talking to them, or you didn't want the public to know who they were, because then you would have to kill so many. Well, sorry. That just slipped out, sorry. But then you would have to, like, you know, go crazy pretty much, because when people start to find out who they are, then a lot of stuff happens because of this person's energy, their aura, how powerful, how spiritual they are. They tend to attract a lot of energy, and you're aware of that, and so you like to protect it. I could be talking to an Aries, Taurus, or Pisces man. I could be, because of how protective you are over this very intuitive woman. But I don't have to be talking to, you know, you. I don't have to be talking to a man. It could be a woman I'm talking to, and you could just, you know, have this protective energy over a man or a woman. So with the Ten of Swords here, Ten of Swords also has a scorpion, a blue scorpion on it. So it could be something dealing with a Scorpio. Maybe you and this person are aware of a Scorpio, or you guys have a mutual friend that is a Scorpio. Some type of way a Scorpio is connected in some kind of way. Either you have a Scorpio best friend, or a Scorpio is involved and the Scorpio is aware of you and her, or you and him. That could be the mutual friendship, or maybe this could even be someone who's causing problems. Because this is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is great anxiety, great amount of stress, and a lot of backstabbing and hurtful things have happened to this person or to you both because of a Scorpio. So there is some type of energy here of a very evil scorpionic energy that's hovering over this connection. This Scorpio is very evil. I'm getting that this person has backstabbed you thousands of times and have decided to do it once again with your connection to this Aries or this Taurus. They have done it again. And, you know, maybe this person did it before with the Pisces in the past, but I'm seeing that this is happening again, because I do see fears here. And I feel like what made this bad was a Scorpio. This Aries, this Taurus, whoever you're supposed to be with, this person didn't do this. This person didn't create this negativity. A Scorpio did. This is who made something public. This is who created publicity surrounding the situation. Therefore, there's a lot of fears for you to talk to them. But the person you're supposed to be with really wants you to call them, and they really do want to talk to you. This person really, really wants to talk to you. They love you to death. I'm sure you love them too. I could tell. I could tell. I could tell. I really could tell. I could tell you love them too, because the vibe I'm getting right now, this isn't someone that you reject. This isn't someone that you hate. This isn't someone that you don't know. This is someone who you really love. And you wanted an opportunity with them, but some kind of way a Scorpio got involved and made you guys part ways. See, when that Scorpio got involved and made you guys part ways, things got bad. But the person that you need to be focusing on, like, removing, is that Scorpio. For some reason, this person has not heard you say anything or seen you do anything toward this Scorpio yet. For some reason is what I'm picking up, okay? That's a lot of information that I'm picking up, but it's somebody that you let, a friend of yours, you let this person interfere, and that's what happened. That's the truth. So help me God. I feel like that's the whole truth. about the situation. You actually have a person who you're missing out on that you're really supposed to be with, but a Scorpio is in the way. All right, so you need to that's where all the fears is coming from. This person's making it bad to the public is what I'm picking up. But as soon as you get rid of the problem, then you do need to talk to this person. You really do. All right, so that's what I'm getting here, pile number one. Wow, that was a lot of information, but I love how direct it is, and I love how there's no second guessing who you're supposed to be with. The signs are so obvious. You have only 3 zodiac signs here. 1 is from the past, and 2 are likely your person. All right, Aries and Taurus. So let's move on to pile 2. I hope pile 2 is just as clear as this. All righty, pile number 2s. Pile number 2s, you pick the citrine. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on here. Who are you really supposed to be with, pile number 2? Okay. All right, pile number 2. I feel like you are someone who's been going with the flow. You've really been going with the flow. You're not really like, trying to force anybody. You're not trying to force anything. You're just living. You've always just lived your life. It's like, wherever I land, that's where I'm supposed to be. Wherever I land, you have such grace. You have a lot of classic grace about you. And it doesn't matter who you're supposed to be with. What I'm getting is you follow whatever your father says. Whatever God wants for you, that's what you follow. You put all your trust and faith into that. And as a matter of fact, I feel like the person you are supposed to be with is either a father. So you could be a woman listening. You don't have to be. You could be a man too. But if you're a woman, then this person could already have kids, or you're going to be with the person you're supposed to have kids with and make him a father for the first time. If you are a man listening, then it could be that you are a father, or you're going to get with a woman who's making you a father. So there is something here about the person you're really meant to be with. This is someone who could be very protective of you, all right? Or you could be very protective of them. There's a lot of protection energy here. Also, there's energy of teaching each other things, or, one of you or maybe both of you being able to teach each other things and learn from each other. There's a lot of courage. Whoever this is that you're drawn to is extremely strong. This is a very strong woman or man. This is someone who is very brave as well. This person doesn't give a damn. As long as God is on their side, as long as they are following the direction of God, it doesn't matter what a man walking earth can do to this person or say about this person. This is someone with the strength of a lion. Speaking of lion, yes, they can be a Leo. They can be born in August. I have 6 here, so they could be born in June. They could be a Cancer, a Leo, a Gemini, okay? We have those signs very significant. Here, especially Leo, or this person may have Leo in their birth chart. So what I'm getting here is, and I also have Capricorn. I have Capricorn right on the end down here, the boss, Capricorn energy. This is someone who could work in healthcare or healing. They could be a healer, okay? They could definitely be in healthcare, can be a healer. They could be a manager in healthcare, or they could be a leader in what they do. This is someone who has a lot of power in healing or in healthcare, specifically surgery. This person could be a surgeon, or you could work in healthcare. You could be a surgeon yourself, or they like to repair. They can repair people. They can fix people. They can fix people, whether it's spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. They can do that. But what I'm getting here is you and this person could have had a separation. It says, even though we're not together right now, our separation is only temporary. We've already had so many lifetimes together, and we have so many more to come. This is a past life lover. As you can see, you've dated this person in a past life. You've already been with them before, and you come back in this lifetime to remember that. I'm getting snake here. I have high scorpionic energy, like heavy Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio watching this, or this person could be a Scorpio. So far we have Scorpio, we have Leo, we have Cancer, we have Gemini. All right, could be Virgo. So we have Capricorn. We have a lot of options here. I'm going to narrow it down a little bit. I'll try to. I have some other cards that I'm going to reveal. But something about the career is here as well, and it's connected to victory and success. So yeah, this person is very successful is what I'm getting. They work in healthcare or healing, like spiritual healing or something, and they're very successful, and they're a leader in what they do. I see victory and success all over this person's career. The career card says it might be a while before we get to meet because I'm totally focused on my career right now. Yeah, what I'm getting is this person is always busy. They do have a busy lifestyle. They have an active lifestyle. They're always busy. They are the boss. They can be an entrepreneur. This is someone who has their own business. They're very serious. They're authoritative. They're strong, wise, down to earth, majestic, disciplined, reserved, realistic, you know, accomplished, competent, prepared. That's the kind of person that this is. So this is someone who's about their business. They could have a lot of Capricorn in their birth chart. They could have Capricorn Saturn, Capricorn 4th house or 6th house. They may have other Capricorn placements. Capricorn could be in their big 3. This person's very serious and responsible when it comes to who they are, what they've got going on. I'm also getting the key. This person could be like the key for you, the key for a lot of people. They seem to have the answers. This is someone who's got it all together is what I'm getting here. This person is not lacking anything when it comes to wisdom or power. But I just feel like you may think that this person doesn't care about you. You may think that they're not paying attention to you. But what I'm getting here is something about a snake here. All right. The Scorpio energy is here so strongly. This person may feel like you're a snake if you're a Scorpio, okay? Or if they're a Scorpio, you may feel like they were a snake. Like a lot of lies. They may look at you like you're poison. Like you're poison ivy that they cannot touch. Is what I'm picking up. Let's get some more information out here because it's starting to go in a very dark direction. I'm trying not to make that happen. All right, we have semi-sextile, allowing, encouraging, seeing the potential in, okay, rewards, clarifying. Yeah, let's see what else. Stick it out. Okay, something saying to stick it out. Okay, like you're being told to stick it out because this person wants the best for you, or you may feel like you want this person to stick it out with you because you want the best for them. All right, there's something about hidden money here. You may know about some hidden money when it comes to this person. Their archetype is the nurturer. And who is this? A female. All right, so I could be talking to a Scorpio man or a male who is one of the zodiac signs that I mentioned earlier. Scorpio, Leo, Gemini, Cancer, Capricorn. You could be a man listening. You could have, you know, these placements. And it's about a woman. Okay, so some of you are meant to be with a woman. Some of you are meant to be with a woman is what I'm getting here. She's known as the nurturer. She may have children, or she may be someone who wants children. Okay, and it could be that somebody's trying to get somebody to just stick it out and hold on for a second, just try to stick it out in order to make this work. Like, please don't give up on me is what I'm getting here. Let's see, what is this person saying? I will be there by your side when you're ready, and I know one day we will find our way back to each other. Okay, so interesting. It feels like both of you feel the same way. Like, you feel like she snaked you. She feels like she snaked you. So there was a separation between the two of you. She started to focus on her career and you started to do that too. But it feels like you both want to be by each other's side. Or maybe the man wants to be by the woman's side. Somebody's like, don't give up. Can we please try to make this work? I have faith that we're going to come back to each other. I have faith that this is going to happen. Maybe it was just the wrong time. Maybe it just didn't happen for some reason. It just didn't work out. But I know that this is meant to be. I know that it's supposed to be like this. So yeah, you guys are definitely meant to be with and have children with a Scorpio, a Gemini, a Cancer, a Capricorn, a Virgo possibly. All right. So I feel like, you know, there's the reason why you are not really trying to focus on settling down with just anybody yet is because you still hold on to somebody. That's why you still hold on to somebody, and they're one of these zodiac signs is what I'm getting here. Or they have like strong Capricorn in their birth chart. like more than 3 times, or at least 3 times in their birth chart. All right, this person's super, super career driven. This definitely feels like the person you're supposed to be with. Scorpio energy is so strong. That's the strongest one. And they do want children with you, and I feel like they do want to be with you. They want a family with you. They want all of this with you. But, you know, maybe you shifted your focus after the separation between you guys. Maybe God didn't direct you to this person. Maybe there was a lot of problem. Maybe there was a specific person involved in the situation that you were focused on. Maybe some of you were focused on one of these other zodiac signs and not a Scorpio. Maybe that's just what happened and you didn't pay attention to this person wanting to be in your life. Maybe the Scorpio is really who you were supposed to be with the whole time. So it could be like something like that, and then a separation happened and you started to focus on your work because maybe you didn't have any awareness of a Scorpio even liking you at all. So there's a lot of different messages here is what I'm getting, but there's also something about hidden money that you need to know about. I'm not going to ignore the hidden money message. Obviously, your father has left you some money. We have father here. We have hidden money. Hidden money is connected to father. Yeah, you have hidden money that's been left behind, an inheritance that belongs to you. Pile number 2, your father left behind. Or if you're watching this for somebody, then you could be the one, or they could be the one to have hidden money that their father left behind, and you may know about it. All right, so that's what I'm getting here with you guys, as that's the person you're actually supposed to be with. Whoever this sounds like, that's them. Whoever this sounds like, whoever is the person that you're, you know, supposed to be with, that's the person. That's what I'm picking up here. All right, and you know, yeah, four of cups, four of cups. That's apathy, you know, not really paying attention. It's like this. Look at this. Let me show you what this is about. This whole scenario is based off of this. This is a perfect representation of a woman alone by herself on the other side of a tree. The tree represents knowledge and wisdom. This is a very wise, knowledgeable, experienced woman with qualities of Capricorn. She has so many Capricorn qualities of a boss, a leader. She goes hard, right? But she's sitting on the side of this tree with all her wisdom and knowledge. She has a lot of that, a lot of smarts, a lot of intelligence. She's witty. She's that girl. But the only thing she didn't see was you. Like, the only thing she didn't see was the cup of love behind the tree. That's all she didn't see, was the cup of love floating on cloud 9 behind the tree. The cup even has gold in it. You know what I mean? Like, has everything in the cup. But because she never got up and went around the tree, she didn't see it. She never saw it. She didn't pay attention to it. But you know what's so crazy? The way she's looking in the card here, it feels like she's intuitively aware. So this is someone who intuitively was aware of you, but not physically. So that's what's going on. It was no physical awareness. It was just intuitively feeling like there's somebody on her. You know, like there's somebody in. So she feels the energy. She feels the spiritual energy. She feels it, but it's like no physical awareness. Never seen you. Nobody ever told her, you know, like nothing ever came back to her about you. But there was an awareness, okay, spiritually. Wow. All right, so that's all I have for you, pile number 2. Let's move on to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. All right, you guys, let's see, who are you really supposed to be with? The person you're actually supposed to be with. All right, we have a lot of clues as far as figuring out who they are, and there's a lot of options. All right, I will try to narrow it down a bit by the end, I hope, but there's a lot of options here, which tells me that you could be someone throughout your life who always had a lot of options. You could have been the person who, you wasn't really focused on trying to figure out who is the one you're supposed to be with. Things just happened unexpectedly. You just went with what it was at the time. Like you're just a timing type of person. Like you just went with whatever it was at that time, and that's who you think it is. So it just seems like a surprise, or you just made a decision in the moment and that's who you think you're supposed to be with, or something like that. Also, I'm seeing that you're a very generous person. You're very, very, very generous. You give to people with an open heart. You could be a Taurus. I have 5 here. I have the second house. Second house is Taurus. So you could definitely be a Taurus. What I'm getting here, pile number 3, like you always give with an open heart. You offer people things without any expectations. You show unconditional love to everybody. So yeah, strong Taurus energy here for sure. Could be Gemini as well a little bit, but more Taurus than anything. You know, you're someone who's very flexible. You're very open. You've been over backwards for people. You feel like you always been over backwards for people. You feel like you always try to do things with grace. You try to look out for people you love. And so that's why you may feel like you are supposed to be with a particular person at a particular time, because of how much you invest. I already know that's how Taurians are. Taurus people are all about their investments. So whatever you invest, you think that's the person because you invested, if that makes sense. Like, all right, I analyzed it and I tested it, this person already. So let me go ahead and be with this person now. I'm going to invest in this person. So this is who I'm supposed to be with. Like that's how a Taurus makes their mind up about who they're supposed to be with. But that may not be the right way to do it. The other zodiac signs do things a little differently. You know, but that whatever works for you. But I know that other people may judge it off of other things. Some people may judge it based off of what they receive, what they get back, equality, equal give and take, reciprocation. But Taurus bases it off of their own investment into it, and that's just really it. So I don't know, it just depends. But you don't have to be a Taurus. I also have 4th house here. 4th house is Cancer. Or it could be the 4th month. It could be an Aries or a Taurus. Taurus once again. I have 6 here. It could be Virgo, or it could be someone born in June, Gemini again, as well as Cancer again. So strongest signs, obviously, Taurus, Cancer, and Gemini. Taurus, Cancer, and Gemini. That's the strongest signs. You could be, or the person you're interested in could be. I also have the Ace of Coins, okay, and the 8 of Cups. You know, this signifies the fact that whoever it is that you're supposed to be with, this person is good at making new opportunities for themselves when it comes to money, when it comes to finances. This person is really good at, you know, this person is good at having to walk away from one thing and then bounce back fast and have money some kind of way to move on to the next venture, the next idea, the next creative venture, the next creative idea, the next creative business. You know, this is someone who is good at reinventing themselves. Transformation energy is here. Like, they know how to have a death and rebirth every day. Like, whoever this person is, they don't mind, you know, they don't mind reincarnating. Basically, they reincarnate themselves every single night. This person may go through some things in their life and may feel like, oh my God, you know, what is life? And then the next morning, all of a sudden, they are back to life, and as if they were born for the first day ever the next day. So whoever this is, this person is highly regenerative. They're transformative. They are someone who could be a reincarnated soul. They could be reincarnated is what I'm getting here, because the way they deal with things, they have a lot of old ancient wisdom. But it's something that they're dealing with when it comes to their finances, or you could be dealing with your finances. But I'm seeing they're saying, I'm not ready for you yet because I'm not financially stable enough to be a good partner to you. Okay, or this could be how you feel. You may like this person, but you may feel like you don't have your money right to really impress this person, or to really show off, you know, with this person. Or maybe that's how they feel like with you. Unworthy. One love will be the greatest love you've ever known. Do you have doubts about your worthiness to receive this love? See, you might be the one who feels like your finances are not right and you feel unworthy. You have doubts because you don't know if the person is going to take you as you're dealing with your financial debts and your financial woes, and you have stuff that's holding you back and things like that. But the thing is, this person will take you regardless, is what I'm getting here. Like, you don't have to impress this person. Like, what about this person makes you want to impress them more than other people? You know, like, it feels like somebody who doesn't care about what you're trying to do to impress them, and they don't care about what type of problems you have. Like, this is the type of person that could be able to talk you out of the problem, you know, or just like really be by your side and help to give you grace and get yourself out of the situation. But you would have to be with this person, though. They're not going to give you grace at a distance. That's kind of foolish, right? But what I'm getting here is that you could feel like this because this could be someone rich. They could be someone with a lot of money. Or maybe you feel like since you're supposed to be rich, then you're supposed to look like you have a lot of money. And if you don't look like you have a lot of money and you're supposed to be rich, and they find out that you're not as rich as you're supposed to be, then you may feel insecure about things like that. But it's not about that. I feel like this is a very flexible person. They're willing to compromise with you. It feels like somebody who in the past you used to like this person hard, like real hard. Like back then, back in the day, you used to like them real hard. This feels like a crush that you've had for a very long time. And it feels like, or they crushed on you for a very long time. But whoever this is like supposed to be famous, but you're not supposed to find out that they really don't have the money that famous people are supposed to have. Or you're not supposed to find this out about them. It could go either way, you know. It just feels like somebody who's trying to keep up with an image, even if they're not famous, even if they're not rich. It feels like they really want to be with you, or you really want to be with somebody, but you don't want to come into the situation without having your money right, or they don't want to come into it without having theirs right. So it's just something like that going on here. It depends on which way the man is. Like, if you're a woman listening for a man, then make the words fit how it's supposed to fit appropriately according to who's listening. So when it comes to the financial side, then you could be a woman watching. This is what the man is going through and what he's thinking, and this is what's keeping him away from you. If you are a man listening, this is how you feel about before going toward the woman you're interested in. Okay, so, you know, let's get some more information out here. What I'm getting is this is a very wise person. A very wise person who could help you. What I'm getting is this is the type of woman or man who wants a family. They want a home. They want comfort. They want to cook for you. They want to buy real estate with you. They want to provide shelter for you. They want to self-care for them and for you. They want to build wealth with you. They want you to know your worth. They're going to build you up. They're going to provide security for you. This is someone who's going to help you to raise your credit score, help you to, you know, like, this person is all about building and being strong with a person. Like, nothing can break this type of person down, whether it's a woman or a man. And when they have a partner, they want the partner to join in on this building. So that's the type of person that this is. This is a builder. Like I said, this is so far a Taurus, an Aries, a Taurus, an Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, Taurus again, Virgo maybe, a Gemini again. It's strong Gemini, strong Taurus, Aries, okay? Your biggest fan. Wow, deep down inside, somebody is somebody's biggest fan. Somebody is somebody's biggest fan. See, it's something about fame here. It's something about money. It's something about rich and things like that. It's like somebody is somebody's biggest fan. You will get pregnant for him. Wow. Wow. The whole time, if you're a woman, you're going to get pregnant for him. The whole time. This is who you're going to get pregnant for. All right. It says, ooh, wait a minute. It says, I only want you for money or status. Ooh, but it also says undeniable love, maybe, in your family. Okay, hold on. So I know what this is saying. I only want you for money or status. I know what this is. Okay, so what this is saying is that I think that, all right, let me tell you, let me break it down. You may think that if this man you're interested in is famous or rich, you may think that he thinks you only want him for money or status. But the whole time you're the person that is supposed to be with him. But you may think that he thinks that you want him only for money or status because maybe you're not rich, or maybe you don't have a lot of money. Maybe you're someone who doesn't have a lifestyle like he has. Your family could be involved in this. Your family could be saying that your love together is undeniable, that this is real, like people could tell that y'all really are supposed to be with each other. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if you're a woman, you may feel like he feels like, or maybe you don't want him to feel like you only want him for money or fame or something like that. Maybe you don't want him for money or fame. Maybe you genuinely really want to be with him, but maybe his family thinks that you want, because look, this is how it's got aligned. Your family is right underneath I only want you for money or status. His family may even think that you only want him for money or status, but that's not even how you are. You know, like, I feel like when people's family get involved, they'll mess around and watch the man who's rich or famous go through so many women, get hurt by all these women, end up breaking up with all those women, and keep him away from you just because you are from a certain place that's different from the places that they're from. And the whole time you were supposed to be with this man, and you would have never did none of these crazy things that these crazy chicks did. But that's how sometimes families be jealous and hating, you know what I'm saying? So it just seems like somebody was trying to block your opportunity to be with somebody like this, but you didn't want to be with this person for the reasons that the family is trying to make you stay away from this person for. It doesn't feel like that's what you want. It feels like people are making stuff up. It feels like you don't care about that. At the end of the day, your love together is undeniable. Everybody can see it, and everybody knows your love is undeniable. And the crazy part is, if this is a man who's rich or famous, he's your biggest fan. He's your biggest fan. He's a fan of a fan. He's your biggest fan. He loves you. It doesn't matter who loves him in the world. This man loves you as if you're famous, as if you're the superstar, as if you're supposed to be on the stage. He's screaming for you. This man loves you. So it seems like there could be some people talking. It feels like there could be some family distractions. You know, it feels there's fourth house energy here. So I could see if it's like the family and things like that, people saying things. But really and truly, this is a very generous man, especially a Taurus. He's very generous. He'll give you anything you want. But I feel like somebody is trying to make sure that you want him for the right reasons. But it's like in your mind, you're past that already, because you already processed his fame a long time, years ago. You already processed the type of lifestyle years ago. You already processed that. You are really in love with him because you're in love with him, is what I'm getting here. This is somebody who you really want to be with for real, and it's not like a fake thing, is what I'm picking up. So that's what I'm getting here if you're a woman. Now, if you are the man who may not have a lot, maybe you feel like you have to be rich or famous to be with this woman, this Taurus or this Aries woman. Maybe you feel like you have to be so rich, so famous. Maybe you feel like you have to have all this stuff because you really want to be with somebody so bad. And maybe your family thinks you only want to be with her because of her status in life, or maybe just, you know, maybe people are just saying weird things. But your love, people can't deny that this is real love. Everybody knows it's real love. I just think that somebody just doesn't want the other person with the money to think that someone is trying to live off of them, because that's not the person's intentions. So somebody's just in their head and like, man, I don't want him to think that I just want him for money, because I don't even see that. And, you know, maybe there's a man saying, I want to be with her, but I don't want her to think that I want to be with her only because I don't have no money right now, only because I need somewhere to go. I don't want her to feel like that, but I really actually really love her for real. So it's a lot of things that's going on in the mind, trying to make the right moves, not trying to mess up, not trying to make this look a certain way that it's really not. Somebody is so generous, and somebody knows that, so they're like, oh, I really love this person, and I know that we were separated. Maybe were y'all separated? I don't know. It's not separated, but it seems like y'all were, like, the love was lost for a little while. So right now somebody's in their mind like, damn, the love was lost for so long that I don't want to come back, and I don't want this person to think that I'm coming back just because I need help, or just because, you know, like, I want a certain thing. I don't even look at this person for the things they have. I really love this person. So it's like, man, if only you knew you have somebody is your biggest fan, or if they knew you're their biggest fan, if only this woman knew, or this man knew, you know. So we have a lot of possibilities here with zodiac signs, but I think you understand that definitely could be a Gemini, definitely could be a Taurus, and definitely could be an Aries involved. Those are the strongest signs. You know what I'm saying? If somebody can handle things. Oh, look, I'm forgetting a couple cards. We have your beautiful soul is what I crave the most. See what I'm saying? See? And then we have chew, deep thinking. Yes, so somebody's in their head. Somebody's in their head, chewing at their own thoughts, up all night, going over how they're gonna look if they deal with somebody. They don't want people to think that they're just, you know, it's either that, like I said, it's either that you have a lot of money, but when you get with this particular person, you don't want them to find out that since you're a star, you don't have the money that stars are supposed to have. You don't want them to know your struggle. Or you want to be with somebody, but you don't want them to think that you only want their money, because obviously their soul is what you crave the most. Or you're somebody, could be a man, that don't have your money right now, and you really want to be with somebody that you love and you took a little break from. You know, life was lifing. You don't want them to think that you're just coming back because that you're in a situation you're in. You want them to know you're just coming back because you really crave their soul. You really love them. So it's one of the three. And, you know, whichever way is going is going. But whoever this is about, whoever you feel these ways about, or whoever you think is actually feeling like these ways, that's the person. That's the person. All right. So thank you guys so much for listening. Appreciate you. God bless.